Evicting a tenant can seem like a complicated process, but in this video, we'll quickly explain eviction laws in North Carolina and how to recover your property in 5 simple steps. What is an eviction? Eviction is the process of legally removing a tenant. It's illegal for a landlord to change locks or physically remove a tenant themselves. So, if the renter refuses to leave after violating their lease, you must seek an eviction from the court. The process for simply terminating a lease differs from that of an eviction. Lease terminations require proper notice from the landlord or tenant, and state requirements can be found on our website. Legal reasons for eviction in North Carolina. A landlord only has grounds to evict a tenant for reasons allowable in the state. The first step in the eviction process is to give the lessee one of the following notices. Non-payment of rent. If the tenant is late on rent, you can serve them a 10-day notice to pay or quit. This gives them 10 days to pay the rent in full along with any penalties, or vacate the property. The tenant may also have to pay even if they move out. Non-compliance. If your tenant violates their rental agreement, you can have the option of issuing an immediate notice to quit, which would require the tenant to vacate immediately. For smaller violations, it's recommended to give the tenant a chance to cure the violation, but each instance is at the landlord's discretion. Rent grace period. In North Carolina, there is no rent grace period. Rent is due on the due date. An eviction notice can be served if the rent is only 1 day late. 5 steps to legally evicting a tenant in North Carolina. Serve the notice to quit. Choose the form you need and download or fill it out on eForms.com. Post it on the tenant's door and also send it via certified mail with a return receipt requested via USPS. If the breach is curable, you'll need to wait the specified number of days before taking further action. File eviction papers with the court. If the tenant hasn't mitigated the issue and remains on the property, you can proceed to court. File a complaint for summary ejectment at the local court in the area which the property is located. After filing, the court will issue a summons with a hearing date. Serve the court documents. The tenant now needs to receive the information about the case filed against them, which can be done by using the Sheriff's Department to serve the complaint and summons on the tenant. The hearing will occur no later than 10 days from the date of service. Attend the hearing. At the hearing, the judge will reach a ruling. If the tenant does not show up or if the judge rules in your favor, the court will issue a judgment for possession, which will order the tenant to vacate. The tenant will then have 10 days to appeal or move out. Removing the tenant. If the tenant is ordered to leave and they still remain on the property, you may seek a writ of possession from the court, which will allow the sheriff to remove the tenant from the property. Damages. Often the tenant's security deposit does not cover total losses. If damages are not awarded at the hearing, you may be able to recover past due rent and court fees through small claims court. Now you can get eviction proceedings started. Get eviction forms, court documents, and all other information you'll need at the link below for free.